Hey guys, in today's videos I want to talk about one book that I read recently. It's called TaoTeChing, which is written by Lao Tzu, one of the ancient Chinese. It's very smart and also has a lot of wisdom. This is my first time I'm reading these books, so I'm not like fully understand, but I just share the things that I really resonate with, and also I believe there's something very important to apply to my life. The people say if you want to learn something, it's better to study with sharing. Today's videos I want to cover 4 main things that I learned from these books, and I want to talk about these 4 topics. So the first thing is naturalness. I think that's what Lao is referring Tao in the books. Maybe it's not, maybe it is, but I really believe Tao it is naturalness. So whatever Lao covers, it really believes naturalness. What that means is actually naturalness or Tao has been existing before human beings or before the earth created. So it's everywhere, but we cannot see it, and also we cannot see it from our physical eyes. But that's very important. So if you want to success or if you want to do something, you have to follow the naturalness, which is Tao, because everything has its basic universal law. So which is why it's so important to be with nature and stay with nature and follow the nature rules. So if you don't follow, then you keep force anything happens and you just maximize your egos or trying to control things, then you will against you, right, in every aspect of your life. No matter if you want to make money, if you want to have a good relationship, or if you want to be happy, you have to follow the naturalness. So you cannot do it on purpose, or you cannot trick it, or if you even you use a lot of techniques, but in the long term you will still not gain things that you really want from your life. If you want to do some things, and maybe time is one of them, right? So you cannot just force anything happens in a short period of time. And also love maybe is another one. So if you want to do something, you have to love people, and you cannot just think about yourself all the time. And the next one will be nothingness. So nothingness, what Lao Tzu said, everything comes from nothingness, right? So maybe we understand that, these are physical products, these are physical things, and there's human beings, and there's always some things, because that's what we value, right? So if we see some things, then that's what we recognize, that's what we value the most, like wealth, money, and then the cars, the house, big house, right? So that's the some things. What I understand on this point is, if you want to, so you cannot just keep wanting things, right? So sometimes we cannot do addition all the time. So instead of keep wanting more things or desiring more, then we have to step back and then value nothingness, or empty your minds, right? Or like living simple and living with less. So this brings up my next topic, which is living with less desires. So we don't want to have more physical things. The reason why is because that will keep us in a trap or in a presence of physical things, because we keep wanting them, because the greedy force us to want more. The more freedom we're going to lose. So that's why nothingness is so important. So if you want to really be happy or to have that freedom as a human being to enjoy the present moments, the first step, I think Lao said, you have to value nothingness, so which is living simple and living with less desires. So if you be able to control your emotions and control your desires, then you will be much more fulfilled. So people say, oh, I feel lacking money, or I feel like lacking, nobody's loving me, and then all this lacking stuff is because we want more. And if we value less or less and less, and then go back to the rhythm as a baby living, then will be easy to be happy, and also will be easy to have a great life, right? I mentioned naturalness. The second thing will be nothingness, and then the third thing will be living with less desires, which is very important. And the last point I want to talk about is balance. Lao also mentioned this in many chapters. And no matter what you want, and balance is something very important. There's no right or wrong. It's all about how you perceive it. Maybe in your perspective, I was wrong. Maybe in my perspective, maybe in my situation, and then and the experience that I had and the place that I live in, then that could be right for me. So there's no need to argue with people or to fighting with people or compete. So that's really our point, because we have to find that balancing point. And then, yeah, I think in our today's world, we always value competitions, and always value who's the winners and the toughness, aggressiveness, and then the fighting. So if somebody's fight and then win, then people value them the winners. But Lao Tzu said it's not true all the time, because if you look at the short term, maybe he get all the recognitions, he get the prize, but in the long term, he might not be happy as he should be. Maybe his success is just short term. People cannot see it. So if you really want lasting or happiness or fulfillment, you also have to value the yin, which is something that we don't talk about, which something that maybe people see as a weakness, as a weak point, the softness, and then the motherhood, how motherhood nurture a child, and also the love, the sympathies, and then the humbles, be humble. So those points that we should also value, and they are important as strength, toughness, and manhood. I think that's all I want to share from reading TaoTeChing first time in my life. I think it's a wonderful book, and I'm still learning myself. So there's a lot of things that I need to get deep into, and trying to do my best to understand it. In the future, I will create more videos related to TaoTeChing, these books. I think it's very helpful, and it's very, and it has a lot of good insights and wisdoms that we can apply into our daily lives. Alright, thanks for watching. I see you in the next videos. Bye.